Good evening. Welcome back out to Apex, North Carolina. We are here in the championship game gold bracket. Your Canes won their first game today against C35 Johnson, and they take on the winner of the number 6 seed, I believe it was, and that's going to be the American Dream. Pulls that one off in 8 innings as they were able to finish that one up in the international tiebreaker. So here we are getting ready to get underway. Leading things off on the mound this evening will be Gavin Whitley, number 33, his battery mate behind the plate, Bryson Nelson. And as soon as I get my stuff up here, we'll give you the defensive alignment for everybody else. And let's see. Looks like Maddox Stanley will be at third, Eli Suggs at short, Lucas Neely at second, Trey Hayes at first, Mason Brown is in right. Kai is in left, and I believe that's Jake in center. I can't see from where I'm sitting. We'll let you know here in just a minute. First pitch coming down the pipe from Gavin. That'll miss low and away for a ball. 1-0's the count. We welcome everybody in to the stream. The temperature did drop, so those of you that decided to stay home to watch the game at home, you did right. And time called. I think they're having an issue. Gavin's having an issue seeing the signs is what he's having an issue with. All right, the 1-0 offer. Swing and a miss for a strike. 1-1's the count. That is Jake out in center field. So that's your defensive alignment set up for this evening. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Hunter for American Dream. Pops that one up right center. Mason's on the run. Jake over as well. Mason calls him off for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down. And I apologize. I'm trying to make sure the screen and everything is good here. If y'all have any issues at home with the video, just put a message in there and let me know, and I'll try to get it fixed. Next batter steps up, righty-lefty matchup. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1's the count. And the 0-1 offer from Gavin. In there for strike 2. This is Ethan for American Dream, number 10. The 0-2 offer from Gavin. And that's going to hit him in the foot. So a hit by pitch will put a runner at first with 1 away. So that one just got away from Gavin there. That'll bring up number 42. Pickoff attempt, not in time. As number 42 digs in, righty-righty matchup here. Runner with his lead at first. Trey Hayes holding him on. Pitch home. That'll catch the outer half for a strike. 0-1's the count. Gavin comes set, checks the runner. Small lead. The 0-1. Sails outside, good stop by Nelson behind the plate. 1-1's the count. The 1-1. Just misses outside. 2-1 the count. Runner gets his lead at first. Pick attempt. And ball gets away, but not far enough for the runner to advance. Time caught on the field. I think that might have caught him on the pick attempt. It did. It caught him in the arm there. So we'll have time on the field as he walks that one off for a second. Game 2 today for the Canes. They were the number 1 seed, so they got the bye. Won the first game against the C-35 Johnson here in the championship game against American Dream. American Dream, who started at 2:45. This is their 3rd game of the day. Runner gets his lead at first. That's Ethan. Gavin looks in, gets his sign. He comes set. The pitch home. Swings through that one for a strike. And that'll even the count, 2-2. Gavin takes a long look at first. Trey holding the runner on. The 2-2 offer. And he'll go down looking for out number 2. So a fly out and a strikeout records the first 2 outs of this game. That's going to bring up number 59 to the plate for American Dream. Ethan still at first for American Dream. It's a 1 runner on, 2 away. Gavin looks into Bryson, gets his sign, checks the runner at first. Trey holding him on. Gavin comes set. Pitch home. Misses low and away. Throw down from Bryson. And runners in there for a stolen base. 1-0 the count. And that'll move the first runner of the game into scoring position at second base for American Dream. 1-0 the count to Josh here, number 59 for American Dream. Lucas holding him on. He'll step just towards the back as Gavin did a pickoff attempt. And he'll get his lead once again with Lucas holding him on. Lucas will bounce off, pitch home, high and inside for a ball. 2-0's the count. The 2-0 offer. And he'll step off, throw to second, makes back in time. Two balls, no strikes, 2 away. Number 59 digs in. The 2-0. Misses away. Hitters count here. 3 balls, no strikes. And the 3-0 offer. In there for the ceremonial 3-0 strike 1. Gavin looks in, comes set. Lucas holding a runner at second. He'll bounce off. The 3-1 offer catches for a strike. That'll work to count full. 2 away here in the top of the first. Gavin looks in. Having a trouble seeing his signs, and batter's going to call time. So we'll do it again, full count, payoff pitch. That'll miss away, 4 base on balls. Puts runners at first and second, 2 away. That's going to bring up number 2 for American Dream to the plate. Two away, batter steps in the back of the box. Pitch home. In there for a strike on the inner half. 0-1's the count. Gavin comes set for the 0-1 offer. Pitch home. In there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Gavin way ahead in the count here. The 0-2 offer upcoming. And gets him to chase one high for strike 3. They leave 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the first. No score here in Apex. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the first we go. No score here in Apex. Championship game, gold bracket. Top Gun Baseball. Leading things off, number 5, Makai Gibbs will step in. He's going to step in from the right side. He looks down the third base line, gets his sign. Drew is pitching for American Dream to get things started here on the defensive side for them. Righty-righty matchup here. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1's the count. No balls, 1 strike to Makai as Drew comes set. Pitch on. Swings through it. 0-2. Makai way ahead in the, I'm sorry. Drew way ahead in the count to Makai here. 0-2 the count. 2-strike approach here for number 5. Goes down, pops it up. Center fielder ranges in. Shortstop could be trouble. That'll drop. Base hit. And Makai is on the board. That one fell in no man's land. Not much they could do about it. That's going to bring up number 13, Jake. Jake's going to step in from the right side. Makai with his lead at first. Drew takes a look at him over there. First baseman holding him on. Pitch on. Sails high for a ball. 1-0's the count. The 1-0 offer. Toe tapper to the shortstop. Gloves goes to the looking to turn to. And wild pitch to first. And Jake will stay right there. So he'll reach on the fielder's choice. I'm going to say he reached on an error since my stats don't matter. That puts a runner at first, 1 away. And that's going to bring up the hot bat, number 10, Eli Suggs. Jake gets a decent lead at first. Drew takes a look at him from the mound, comes set. Pitch home. Pops that one up, could be trouble. Center fielder makes the grab. That's going to send Jake back to first. And 2 away. That brings up number 6, Trey Hayes. Barreled it up, just got under it a little bit. It stayed up in the air a little too long. That'll bring up number 6. So he digs in from the right side. Jake with his lead at first, 2 away. Drew comes set for the American Dream. Pitch on. That's in there for a strike at the knees. 0-1's the count. The 0-1. Oh, and he locked him up there as he looks at strike 2. The 0-2 offer. That'll miss in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher. That keeps Jake at bay. 1-2 the count. The 1-2. And swings through it for strike 3. They leave one stranded. We go to the top of the second. No score here in Apex. If you're watching the game at home, you did the right thing. I can see my breath. The temperature has dropped. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back as we go to the top of the second. Leading things off for the American Dream. Number 4 digs in from the right side. Gavin still towing the rubber. Having a hard time seeing the signs. It is kind of shadowy here behind the plate, as you can see on the screen there. Not the best lighting. Pitch in, sails high for a ball. Let's give you the defensive alignment here. Maddox at third, Eli at short, Davis at second, Trey at first, Mason in right, Mackay in center, and Ander in left. Bryson, his battery mate for Gavin, behind the plate as he fouls that back, tries to buy me a new camera. 1-1's the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Gavin looks in. Pitch home. That'll miss in the dirt. 2-1's the count. And the 2-1 offer. Good hit. Good backhand by Eli. Throw across the field. Got him. Nice play. Backhand grab by Eli Suggs and has to throw across the opposite side of his body. And just a shot to Trey Hayes. Make the grab at first. 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up number 26, I believe this is, for American Dream. Nobody on, 1 away. Gavin comes set. The righty-lefty matchup. And that's misses low for a ball. 1-0's the count. The 1-0 offer. Sails high and outside. 2-0. Gavin comes set. The 2-0 offer. In there for a strike at the knees. 2-1's the count. The 2-1. And did he go? He gives him a strike. That'll even it up, 2-2. Gavin comes set for the 2-2 offer. Foul tipped into the mitt for strike 3. So 2 strikeouts there for Gavin this game. And now let's bring up number 3 for the American Dream. 2 away here in the top of the second. Number 3 steps in. Righty-righty matchup here. 2 away, nobody on. In there for a strike on the outer half. 0-1's the count. The 0-1. That'll miss outside. Even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1. Ropes it and just gets by Maddox. Diving glove at third base. Maddox put a good play on it. Just couldn't come up with it. So he will reach on a single. So with 2 away, American Dream have a runner at first with number 66 stepping up to the plate. Number 66 digs in. Gavin takes a look at the runner at first. Trey holding him on. Pitch home. Misses outside. 1-0's the count. Gavin comes set. The 1-0. Ropes it right back up the middle. Could be a play at 2. And just slides in time. Good throw from Mackay to Eli at second. Just did slide in. And that was right back up the middle. That puts the runner at first and second with 2 away here for American Dream. That'll bring up number 8. Number 8 digs in from the right side. Righty-righty matchup here. Misses the outside. 1-0's the count. Pickoff attempt to second. It was close. Eli was right there. Runner makes it back in plenty of time. Number 8 digs back in. 1-0 to count. Gavin comes set. Checks the runner at second. Eli hold him on. Bounces off. Pitch inside. 2-0's the count. The 2-0. Swings through it for a strike. 2-1's the count. The 2-1. Pick attempt. Yeah, that was close. It was close. Eli right there with the runner. Gavin with a great pickoff move. 2 balls, 1 strike. Blows it by him for strike 2. 2-2's the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on, top of the second. Deuces wild. Gavin comes set. Pitch home. And goes down looking. Gets him letter high for strike 3. They leave 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the second. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Apex. It's cold. Bottom of the second we go. Leading things off, your starting pitcher, number 33, Gavin Williams, will dig in from the right side. Righty-righty matchup here as we look to get the bats going here. Pitcher comes set. First pitch. Fouls it straight back. 0-1's the count. Gavin will dig back in. Number 14, Maddox, awaits on deck. The 0-1 offer. That'll miss low and away. That'll even count 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Sails high. 2-1 to count. Not a bad off speed. Gavin smart enough to lay off of it. The 2-1. Pops it up, foul down the first base line. That'll go harmlessly out of play. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter here. And the 2-2. And just misses. Full count payoff pitch. That'll sail high and outside, and they'll start things off with a base on balls. And we're going to get a courtesy runner. That'll bring up Maddox Stanley. Let's see if we're going to let him run or we're going to. He's going to let him run here. So that'll bring up number 14, Maddox Stanley, looking to get things going here. Gavin gets his lead at first. Drew is the pitcher for American Dream. Looks in, gets it signed, comes set, checks Gavin at first. Pitch home. Breaking ball. Maddox fouls it off. 0-1's the count. Long look down the third base line to get a sign from Coach Neely as he digs back in. Yeah, 1. Misses high and outside. 1-1's the count. And I forgot to mention the first game. Hope Miss Stanley is doing well. If nothing else, I hope you're watching it in a warm room because it's cold out here. The 1-1. Gavin with his lead at first. First baseman holding him on. He's gone. Drills it into center field. Center fielder makes the grab. Gavin's got to retreat back to first. And that'll bring up number 11, Davis Whitley. Davis will step in from the right side, so righty-righty matchup. Gavin still with a decent lead at first. Drew takes a look at him. He comes set. Little toe tapper, could be trouble just in front of Gavin. Good grab by the second baseman. He'll get the out at first. But will advance Gavin over to second. That'll bring up number 12, Mason Brown, with 2 away. Number 2, Lucas Neely awaits on deck. And we're going to get a courtesy runner. That's going to send Davis over to second, as he was the last out. Bring Gavin in. The runner at second in scoring position for the Canes. 2 away. Number 12, Mason Brown, stepping in. He'll step in from the left side, looks down, gets his sign from Coach Neely. Righty-lefty matchup here. That'll miss inside. Good stop by the catcher behind the plate. Keeps Davis at second. Brown digs back in. The 1-0. Lays off of it, ball 2. And he's got a sign, digs back in. Davis with a good lead. Shortstop checking in behind him. He'll bounce off the pitch home. That'll miss high. 3-0 to count. Hitters count here to Brown. Three balls and no strikes. Number 12 digs back in. The 3-0 offer. And taking all the way there for the ceremonial 3-0 strike 1. The 3-1 offer. Runner's gone. Swings through it for a strike. He was swinging for the fence on that one. Full count. Pitcher comes set. Payoff pitch. And he goes down looking. Strike on the outer half, says Blue. They leave one stranded. We go to the top of the third. Still no score here in Apex. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. All right, we go to the top of the third. No score yet here in Apex. Number 35 leading things off for American Dream. Lucas Neely goes to left field. Jake to right. Mackay stays in center. Andrew at third. Eli at short. Davis at second. Trey remains at first. Gavin still towing the rubber. His battery mate still Bryson Nelson behind the plate. Number 35 digs in from the right side. Righty-righty matchup here. Tap down to first base line, but foul. The 0-1 offer. Breaking ball sailed high on him. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. High and outside. 2-1 the count. 37 minutes in. The 2-1 offer. Fouls it straight back. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Number 35 digs in. Gavin gets his sign. The 2-2. Toe tapper. Bounces to Eli. Eli comes up, pumps, throws across the field for out number 1. So Eli to Trey for out number 1. That'll bring up number 27 for the Dream. 27, another righty steps in. Righty-righty matchup still. 1 away. Blows that one by him for a strike. 0-1's the count. Put Gavin on the radar. He's hovering around 68, 70. Touched 74 a few times. Pitch home. Chases that one high. 0-2's the count. 22nd digs in. He's in an 0-2 hole. Gavin comes set. The 0-2 offer. And goes down looking for out number 2. Another strikeout for Gavin Whitley. That'll bring up the top of the order, number 5 for American Dream as he digs in. He's going to dig in from the right side. Righty-righty matchup once again. Number 5 is 0 for 1 on the day. Pitch home. And this is low and away for a ball. 1-0's the count. The 1-0. Chases one low. Helps him out a little bit. 1-1's the count. The 1-1. Just missed outside. 2-1's the count. He steps back in. The 2-1 offer. That'll catch the outer half for a strike. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on here in the top of the 3rd. Gavin comes set. Pitch home. Breaking ball and got him. 1, 2, 3. Go American Dream. They'll throw it down. Get the out. Just to be sure. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. No score. You're watching Championship Baseball. Canes versus the Dream here in Apex on the 2 Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, we go to the bottom of the 3rd, leading things off this half inning. Number 2, Lucas Neely digs in from the right side. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch, swing and a miss for a strike. 0-1's the count. The 0-1 offer. Sells. I think that was a ball. 1-1. Little toe tapper could be trouble. Good grab by the pitcher. Bobbles it, comes up, fires across the field. Did he get him? No. Beat the throw. And a single for Lucas Neely. That'll put the leadoff runner on. We've got something cooking here. Time called for a shoelace issue here. All right, I think we're all good now. Runner at first, East-Neely at first. This is your catcher, Bryson Nelson. Bryson swinging a hot bat as well. Number 7, Ander waits on deck. Righty-righty matchup here. Lucas with a decent lead at first. Pitch home, misses in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher behind the plate. 1-0's the count. Bryson digs back in. The 1-0. Strike at the letters. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a 1-1 offer. Ropes it down the third base line, gets past the third baseman into left field, and he's on with a single. His bat stays hot. That'll bring up number 7, Ander, and Mason Brown will come in and take over running duties for Bryson. Bryson is the catcher. Give those knees a break. So that'll put East-Neely at second, Mason Brown at first. That's going to bring up number 7, Ander. He'll step in from the left side. Righty-lefty matchup here. Ander looks and gets a sign, digs in from the left side. Pitch home, shows bunt, puts it down right back to the pitcher. He stumbles, throws across the field, gets the runner at first, but sack bunt moves the runners over. That puts 2 Canes runners in scoring position here in the bottom of the third. So good bunt by Ander to move the runners over. And we flip it to the top of the lineup. Number 5, Mackay, will step up to the box. Mackay digs in from the right side. Righty-righty matchup here. Looking to push one across. In there for a strike on the inner half. 0-1's the count. The 0-1. Swings through it for strike 2. Number 5 will dig back in. 0-2 to count. Long look in from the pitcher's got his sign. Time called. So East-Neely at third, Mason Brown at second, Mackay at the plate. 1 away. 0-2 count. Pitcher comes set. That'll miss in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher behind the plate. 1-2 the count. Mackay digs in. The 1-2. Pops it up. That's going to go out of play. As you can hear it hit the top of the dugouts here. Base hit will put us on. Mackay digs in. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 runners on. Pitcher looks in. He's got his sign. He comes set. Pitch home. That'll miss low, and that'll work to count 2-2. Mackay digs in. The 2-2 offer. Sails high. Full count. Not a bad pitch for the American Dream pitcher. Tried to change his eye level, get him to chase. He laid off of it. Full count. Pitcher comes set, payoff pitch. And he'll go down looking. It works from an 0-2 to a full count. Goes down looking at strike three. That's going to bring up number 13, Jake. Jake will dig in from the right side. Kane's desperately looking to put something up on the board, get something going here. That'll miss low and away for a ball. 1-0's the count. Number 10, Eli Suggs, awaits on deck. Jake gets a sign from down the third base line, the 1-0 offer. Breaking ball just catches the top part of the zone. 1-1's the count. And the 1-1 offer. In there for strike two. And the Canes bats have gone frozen here. The 1-2. That'll miss low and away. Another good stop by the catcher. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on, deuces wild, bottom of the third. Canes threatening here. And the 2-2. Breaking ball misses low. Well, supposedly that was strike three. All right, we go to the top of the fourth. No score. They leave 2 stranded. You're watching Canes baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right. We go to the top of the fourth. No score here yet in Apex in the championship game of the gold bracket. Leading things off this half inning will be number 10, Ethan, for American Dream. Your defensive alignment for the Canes, moving third to first, Maddox, Eli, Davis, and Trey. Righty-lefty matchup here. Ethan is 0 for 0 on the day. First pitch popped up, foul and out of play. 0-1's the count. Lucas in left, Mackay in center, Jake in right. Bryson, Gavin's battery mate behind the plate. The 0-1. Sails high, 1-1 the count. The 1-1 offer. This blows it by him for strike 2. Ethan digs back in. Asks for the signs again. Gets him, comes set. The 1-2 offer. Breaking ball. Drops in there for strike 3. That'll bring up number 42 for American Dream. He'll step in from the right side. So righty-righty matchup this time. One away, nobody on, top of the 4th. This will be the pitcher, Drew. He's 0 for 1 on the day thus far. Pitch home. Pops it foul. 0-1's the count. Gavin looks in, gets his sign. The 0-1 offer. Back up the middle. Off the glove of Eli at shortstop. He's ranging to his left trying to make the play. That'll put a runner on with 1 away. So that'll bring up Josh. He's 0 for 0 on the day. Drew gets his lead at first. Gavin checks the runner, checks him again, comes set. Pick attempt, not in time. Runner gets his lead. Gavin comes set. Pitch home. Drills it into center field. Mackay takes a couple steps back, makes the grab. That sends the runner back to first. So 2 away. And that'll bring up number 2 for American Dream. Gavin looks in, gets a sign, checks the runner at first. Trey holding him on. Pick attempt. And got him now as a pickoff attempt at first. Gets him out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. No score. You're watching Canes baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Apex. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Leading things off this half inning will be Eli Suggs, followed by Trey Hayes and Gavin Whitley. Eli Suggs 0 for 1 on the day, popped up into left center his last at bat. He'll dig in from the right side. Drew still towing the rubber for American Dream. Ball sails high. 1-0's the count. One ball, no strikes. As Eli digs back in from the right side. Leadoff batter this half inning. Trey Hayes awaits on deck. The 1-0. Chases one low. That'll even the count. 1-1. The 1-1 offer. Chases one around. 1-2's the count. Eli digs back in. The 1-2. Toe tapper back to the pitcher. Throw to first. And they get him. One away. That's going to bring up number 6, Trey Hayes. A lot of balls hit right back to the pitchers, having trouble, struggling today with that mound. Trey steps in from the right side. Pitch home. Fouls it straight back. 0-1's the count. Pretty much a pitcher's duel thus far. For both these teams, both pitchers doing really well. Keeping bats at bay. Number 33, the pitcher, Gavin Whitley, awaits on deck. The 0-1. Gets under it, pops it up. Could be trouble. That'll drop. Base hit. Nobody covering first. And he's on with a single. That's going to bring up the Canes starting pitcher, number 33, Gavin Whitley, and put number 14, Maddox Stanley, on deck. Gavin digs in from the right side. First baseman holding Trey on. Pitcher comes set. Pitch home. Sails high for a ball. 1-0 to count. The 1-0 offer. In there for a strike. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gavin digs back in. The 1-1. Ooh, off the catcher's mask. Foul ball. He says he's okay. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 1 away. The 1-2 offer. Runner's gone. Drills it right over the second baseman. Gets to the past the center fielder. Trey with speed. He's going to come around and score. And Gavin's going to stand up at second. And the Canes are on the board. Time called, 1 out. Canes jump on the board, take the first lead, 1-0 to score here in the bottom of the fourth. We'll have a runner for Gavin as he's the pitcher. That'll be number 10, Eli Suggs, will take over those duties. He'll head out to second base. Now batting, number 14, Maddox Stanley will step up to home plate. Maddox looks down, gets a sign, digs in. Runner at second, one away. Just missed him on the inside. About wore that one. 1-0's the count. The 1-0 offer. Breaking balls. Good stop by the catcher. Keeps the runner, Eli Suggs, at second. He can't advance. 2-0. Number 11, Davis Whitley, due up. On deck. The 2-0. He'll give it to him on the outer half. 2-1 the count. Maddox's face to the umpire. 2-1 the count. Inside, about wore that one. 3-1 the count. Hitters count here for Maddox. Maddox digs in. 3 balls, 1 strike. Eli with his lead. Shortstop checking in behind him. Pitcher toes the rubber. Looks in, gets a sign, comes set. Shortstop bounces off, pitch home. Drives that one right into right field, drops for a base hit, and that'll put runners on the corners. And Maddox with the solid line drive. That's going to bring up number 11, Davis Whitley, and put number 12, Mason Brown, on deck. So runners on the corners, 1 away, time called. And we'll see if this is a pitching change or if this is just a meeting. It looks like it might be a pitching change, and it will be. So we are going to step aside here in just a minute. That will finish the day on Drew. He went 3 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Faced 16 batters, 59 pitches, 37 were strikes. We'll step aside here. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is when we get back. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back. New pitcher in for American Dream, number 10, Ethan. Lefty. We'll reset for you. 2 runners on the corners. Eli at third, Maddox at first. Davis Whitley stepping into the box. 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Mason Brown awaits on deck. Lefty-righty matchup to get things started here as Ethan looks to throw his first pitch. Pick attempt to first, not in time. Pitcher looks in, gets a sign. Maddox with his lead. Eli with his. First baseman holding Maddox on. Pitch home. Showed bunt, pulls it back. Throw down to third. Off his back. Maddox will advance to second. Time called as he got smoked right in the small of the back on the throw. Cold night to get hit by a baseball. And he says he's good. So that'll put two Canes runners in scoring position. Eli Suggs at third, who wore one off his back. Good throw from the catcher. Eli just got in the way. Maddox at second. 1-0 the count to Davis Whitley here with two runners in scoring position. The lefty comes set. Pitch home. Shows bunt, pulls it back. 2-0 to count. They'll pull the middle infield in. Third baseman plays even with the bag. The 2-0. Shows bunt, puts it down, first base line. Pitcher comes up, throws to first, gets the out. Plates a run, did what he was supposed to. So a sac bunt scores a run and advances Maddox over to third. So with two away, that'll bring up number 12, Mason Brown. Mason will look down the third base line, get his sign. He'll step in. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Two away. That'll miss low for a ball. 1-0's the count. One out of count. Pitcher looks in, gets the sign. Maddox with his lead. Nobody holding him at third. Pitch home. Strike on the outer half. The 1-1. That one a miss. 2-1's the count. Maddox gets his lead. Nobody hold him on. Pitcher comes set. The 2-1 offer. That'll miss low. Good stop by the catcher behind the plate. 3-1 the count. Hitters count here as Brown digs in. Due up. Lucas Neely as he awaits on deck. Pitcher comes set. The 3-1 offer. Long look in. Time called at the plate. Brown digs back in. 3-1. Now it should have been ball 4. So we'll undo that. Now it's a full count. Full count payoff pitch. And that's a makeup call. Ball 4. And that puts runners at first and second. 2 away. That'll bring up number 2, Lucas Neely. Lucas digs in from the right side. 2 away. Runners on the corners. That'll put number 3, your catcher, Bryson Nelson, on deck. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Lefty-righty matchup here. Pitcher comes set. Pick attempt to first. Mason's back in plenty of time. Mason at first, Maddox at third, Lucas at the plate, 2 away. Pitcher comes set. That'll miss in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher. Mason thought about it. He holds up. 1-0's the count. Runners get their signs. Lucas digs in. The 1-0 offer. Pops it up. Could be trouble. It'll drop for a base hit. And Lucas is on. RBI for Lucas Neely. Plates a run. 3-0 your score as that brings Maddox in. Mason advances to second. That'll bring up number 3, a hot bat, Bryson Nelson. Catcher for the Canes. Bryson digs in from the right side. Lefty-righty match up here. Number 7, Ander, awaits on deck. Pitcher takes a look at Mason at second. Shortstop holding him on. He bounces off, pitch home, misses in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher behind the plate. 1-0 to count. Bryson digs in. Runners get their leads. Shortstop checking in behind Mason at second. Pitcher takes a look at him, comes set. The pitch home. That'll miss inside again. Good stop by the catcher behind the plate. 2-0 to count. Bryson will dig back in. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitcher looks in, gets a sign. He's got what he wants. Comes set. Checks the runners at first and second. Checks again. Pitch on. That'll miss in the dirt. 3-0 to count. Hitters count here for Bryson. Time called as Bryson will head down to get on the same page with Coach Neely. 3-0 the count. Mason Brown at second. Lucas Neely at first. 3-0 your score here in the bottom of the fourth. 2 away. Bryson digs in. Lucas gets his lead at first. Mason at second. Pitcher comes set. Pitch on. That'll miss, ball 4. And that'll load the bases. So with that, that's going to bring up number 7, Ander. And we're going to have a time called here. And we'll see. I think this is just a talking point with the coach here. This might be a pitching change. Or in a defensive. I think they're just making some defensive changes here. Bases juiced. Mason at third. Lucas at second. Bryson at first. Ander up to bat. 2 away here. 3-0 your score here in the bottom of the fourth. Championship game in Apex. Courtesy runner in for Bryson. That's going to be Davis. So Davis will trot over the first. Bases juiced with 2 away. Ander steps in from the right side. Lefty pitcher still with number 5, Mackay, waiting on deck. Pitcher comes set. Pitch home. Ball misses high and outside for a ball. 1-0. That'll miss low and away. He called out a strike. Oh, okay. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. Andrew digs back in. The 1-1. That's a strike on the outer half. 1-2's the count. Pitcher looks in, gets a sign. Mason at third. Lucas at second. Davis at first. The 1-2 in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher. Throw down to third. And that'll get past the third baseman. Mason will score off the errant throw. 4-0 your score here. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Deuces Wild, bottom of the 4th. The 2-2 offer. That'll sell high. Works it to a full count. Full count payoff pitch. That'll miss, ball 4. Bases loaded, 2 away. We flip to the top of the lineup. Number 5, Mackay, will step up to the plate. Mackay digs in. Lucas at third, Davis at second, Ander at first. 2 away. That'll miss inside for a ball, 1-0 to count. Lefty-righty matchup here, the 1-0 offer. Sells high, 2-0 to count. Mackay digs in, 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch home. That'll miss low, 3-0. That's some action going in the Dream bullpen. Hitters count here, 3 balls, no strikes, bases juiced, 2 away. Mackay digs in. Number 13, Jake, awaits on deck. Shows bunt. That'll miss low, 4, ball 4, and that'll walk in. Another run. 5-0 your score. All right, we're going to step aside. There's a pitching change. We'll let you know who that is momentarily. We'll be back right after this. All right, let's get back to it here. Bases juice, new pitcher in, number 26 for the American Dream. Davis at third, Ander at second, Mackay at first. Jake digs in from the right side, another lefty for American, so lefty-righty matchup here. Misses low and away for a ball, 1-0's the count. Number 10, Eli Suggs, awaits on deck. The 1-0. Pops it back. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. Jake digs back in. The 1-1 offer. Sails high and outside. 2-1's the count. Sitting on about 1:27, 2-hour championship time limit here in the bottom of the 4th. The 2-1. That'll miss low. 3-1's the count. The 3-1 offer. That'll catch the outer half. That works it to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jake digs in, right side, lefty-righty matchup here. Bases juiced. Runners will be off on the pitch. Payoff pitch. That'll miss low for ball 4. So with that, that'll bring up number 10, Eli Suggs. Two outs, bases juiced. Pitch home. Pops it up. Second baseman says he's got it. He'll put it away for out number 3. They leave 3 stranded. They push 6 across. 6-0 your score. We go to the top of the 5th. You're watching Canes baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Apex as we go to the top of the 5th. 6-0 your score here. Gavin Whitley still towing the rubber for the Canes. Bryson behind the plate. Trey's at first. Anders at third. Eli is at short. Lucas is at second. Pitch in from Gavin. He set a long time. Doesn't look like it bothered him much. 0-1's the count. Mackay's in center. Mason's in left, and it looks like Maddox in right. The 0-1 offer. Nice breaking ball. Just missed. Low and away. 1-1's the count. I'm sorry, that's Jake in right field. My apologies. Pops it up, fouls it off. 1-2 the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Austin. He's 0 for 1 on the day thus far. Gavin looks in, gets a sign. Pitch home. In there for strike 3, 1 away. We'll bring up number 4 to the plate. He'll step in from the right side, so righty-righty matchup here. Gavin looks in and gets a sign. Pitch home. Miss outside. 1-0's the count, excuse me. It's Peyton. He is 0 for 1 on the day. Looks down to third base line, gets his sign from his coach as he digs back in from the right side. Gavin's ready to go. The 1-0 offer. In there for a strike. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Swings through it. Comes up empty. 1-2's the count. The 1-2 offer. Pops it up, high up. Eli calls everybody off, says he's got it, and he'll put it away for out number 2. That'll bring up number 26 to the plate. He'll step in from the left side, righty-lefty matchup here. 2 away, nobody on. Pitch catches the outer half for a strike. 0-1's the count. This is Thurman. He's 0 for 1 on the day. The 0-1 offer. This is low and inside. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch home. This is low again. 2-1 the count. Gavin comes set. The pitch. Foul tipped into the mid, chased 1 high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces wild, nobody on top of the 5th. Gavin comes set. And time called. Gavin's pitch count's getting up, so that might be what this is about. Seeing how he feels. Sitting at pitch number 70 right now. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in Apex. This is a championship game, 2-hour time limit here. And after the meeting of the minds, we're back ready to go. Number 26 digs back in, the 2-2 offer from Gavin. And goes down looking for out number 3. Gavin Whitley on fire tonight here in Apex. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 6-0 your score, Canes East. You're watching Canes baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, we go to the bottom of the fifth. Leading things off this half inning will be number 6, Trey Hayes, followed by number 33, Gavin Whitley. Lefty-righty matchup here. First pitch in. That'll miss in the dirt for a ball. 1-0's the count. Trey will dig back in from the right side, lefty-righty. Leadoff batter this half inning, so nobody on. The 1-0 offer. That'll catch the outer half for a strike. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Fouls it back. Trey will dig back in on a 1-2 count. Pitcher looks in, has got his sign. Pitch home. Right into the glove of the shortstop. Good play by the shortstop there for the American Dream. 1 away. That'll bring up your pitcher, number 33, Gavin Whitley. Gavin swinging a hot bat so far this weekend. Number 14, Maddox Stanley, awaits on deck. Gavin digs in from the right side. Lefty-righty matchup, 1 away, nobody on. Pitch home. That'll miss in the dirt. 1-0's the count. The 1-0. Swings through that one for a strike. One. That'll miss. 2-1's the count. Steps off, toes the rubber again, looks in, gets a sign. The 2-1 offer. In there for a strike. 2-2's the count. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, nobody on. The lefty looks in, calls time, wants to have a talk with his catcher, get on the same page. Temperature has really dropped here. I hope all of you watching at home are nice and warm because it is freezing out here. But it's worth the $250,000 a year to stream these games, so I don't mind it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Time called. We'll do it again. The lefty looks in, gets a sign, comes set, the 2-2 offer. That'll miss low, and the count has worked full. Full count, 1 away. Payoff pitch. And goes down looking for strike 3. 2 away. That's going to bring up number 14, Maddox Stanley. Maddox looks down to third base line, gets a sign, 2 away, nobody on. The lefty comes set. Pitch home. In there for a strike on the outer half. 0-1's the count. The 0-1 offer. Swings through it for strike 2. The 0-2 offer. And the lefty sits him down. Back-to-back strikeouts. And we go to the top of the 6th. 6-0 your score. You're watching Canes baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back. We go to the top of the 6th, 9:33 p.m. here in Apex with an hour and a half ride home. Still have about 15, 20 minutes left on the game here. It's a 2-hour limit here in the championship game. New pitcher in for your Canes. Number 14, Maddox Stanley, will toe the rubber. Number 3 steps in for American Dream. Righty-righty matchup here. First pitch in from Maddox, in there for a strike. I believe that was a strike. 0-1's the count. In there for a strike. Batter steps back in. Pitch home. That'll miss in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maddox looks in, comes set. The 1-2. Ropes that one into left field. That'll drop. 1 hop to Mason for a base hit. So Gavin Whitley's night is done. He went 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no errors, no earned runs, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. Whitley faced 19 batters, 72 pitches, 46 were strikes. Your defensive alignment, Mason Brown in left, Mackay in center, Eli in right, Ander at third, Jake at short, Davis at second, Trey at first. And Maddox towing the rubber, battery mate behind the plate. Yes, you guessed it, Bryson Nelson. That brings up number 66 for the American Dream. He's 1-1 today. Runner at first as Maddox steps off. Nobody out, runner at first. Pitch home. In there for a strike on the inner half. 0-1's the count. Maddox takes a look at the runner at first. Trey holding him on. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses. Good stop behind the plate. 1-1's the count. The 1-1. Misses low. 2-1 the count. The 2-1. In between the 5-6 hole, out to Mason. Ground ball for a base hit. That puts runners at first and second. Nobody out. That brings up number 8. He's 0 for 1 on the day. So that puts Mason at second, Nate at first for the Dream. This is Will up to bat. Nobody out. 2 runners on. Jake checks in behind the runner at second. Maddox takes a look at him. He'll step off. That moves the runner back. He was way off a second. Good play by Maddox to work him back. Righty-righty matchup here. Maddox gets his sign. Checks the runner. Jake's behind him. Jake will bounce off. Pitch home. In there for a strike. 0-1's the count. Maddox has got his sign. He comes set. The 0-1. In there for a strike. Belt high. 0-2's the count. The 0-2 offer. And sets him down looking for 1 away. That'll bring up number 35 for the American Dream. 1 away, 2 runners on. Middle infield plays back, looking to turn 2. That'll miss low and away for a ball. 1-0's the count. The 1-0. Sells high. 2-0's the count. And the 2-0 offer. Misses chin high. 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. Maddox takes a look. Two, excuse me. So 2-2 the count, excuse me. Pitch home. That'll miss high. Now we have a full count. Full count. Payoff pitch. And that'll miss low and put him on. And bases are juiced with one away here in the top of the sixth. 6-0 your score. American Dream looking to break it open here. That'll bring up number 27, Peyton. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Pitch misses outside. 1-0's the count. The 1-0 offer. In there for a strike. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blows it by him. Comes up empty. 1-2. The 1-2. And strike 3. 2 away, bases juiced here. Maddox with 2 strikeouts here. That's going to bring up number 5 for American Dream. He'll step in from the right side. It's a righty-righty matchup, bases juiced, 2 away, top of the 6th. Calls time, steps out of the box. Pitch home. In there, 4 strike at the knees. 0-1's the count. The 0-1 misses, kicks away. Runners do not advance. 1-1's the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded for the American Dream. 2 away here in the top of the 6th. All 30,000 people are on their feet. The 1-1. Breaking ball just missed inside. 2-1. The 2-1 offer. Hit under the glove. That's going to plate 1. They're going to wave the other one around, so a 2-run RBI off the error. 6-2's your score here. And Maddox going to ask for a new ball here. Grass starting to get wet with the dew dropping here. Working on 9:45 here in Apex. Hope McDonald's is open late because that's about all we're going to get. Runners at first and second. American Dream on the board. 6-2 your score here. Righty-lefty matchup. Comes up empty. 0-1 to count. The 0-1. In there on the inner half. 0-2. The 0-2 offer. Fouls it straight back. Tried to buy me a new camera. 0-2. That'll send a runner back to second. He was off on the pitch. And the 0-2. Sailed high. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Righty-lefty matchup here. 2 away. 2 runners on. Maddox comes set. Pitch home. Comes up empty. 4, strike 3. And that will be your ball game. So the Canes come in. They get a bye here in game 1 today. They come up to the make it to the championship game. American Dream had to play 3 games. They started at 2:45, made it all the way down to the championship game today. Come up a little empty as the Canes win the gold bracket 6-2 here in Apex. Good game here. Hope everybody enjoyed the stream here. Hope you stayed warm because it is cold here. I'm ready to head back to Greenville. Canes come down. They go 4-0 on the weekend. Good ball club here. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Canes are coached by Darren Neely and Philip Suggs. I'm Coach Chris. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hit that like and subscribe if you want to be notified when we play. Good night, everybody.